What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video, and this is going to be my week 8 update video after my Achilles tendon rupture injury. All right, so it's week 8 now, and I went back to the orthopedic, went back to my doctor on yesterday, and this is what they had to say. So after going back, I waited for a bit. You know, it's a long wait yesterday. There's a lot of people in there. And I got back there. He looked at everything. He just did a little small test to see how hard I can push my foot on his hand. So he held his hand up and had me push my foot down onto his hand, and he like reflexed it back, you know. And then he said, okay, it seems like everything is intact and healing like it's supposed to, because it's 8 weeks since I've hurt myself, but it's only 6 weeks since my surgery. So he said, you're at your 6-week mark. What I want to do now is put your boot at 90 degrees. So let me show you guys my boot. So now he had set my boot to 0 or 90 degrees. So now it's like perfectly, you know, that L shape, 90 degrees, 0, but on my boot is 0. So you can see where the pins are at. They're right at 0. So he had him set my boot to 0, and I was thinking like, oh my God, this is about to hurt, because my Achilles feels so stiff. Even when I would be laying in bed with no boot on, I would try to lift my foot up a little bit or back. It'll be so stiff, and it'll feel like, you know, you're stretching a rubber band real tight, and any second it's gonna pop. That's how it would feel. So I was like, oh my God, for me to even go from 30 degrees straight to 90 degrees, they're going to have to bend my foot back because the boot's going to be bent back. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not looking forward to this. So they sent me over to the other room where they do splinting and casts and all that stuff and boots and stuff. So they took me over there, and the guy put my foot in the boot. Well, he adjusted it first, and then, no. He took the pins out, so where the boot have motion like this, he put my foot in the boot, and then he moved the boot back to where it's supposed to be with my foot in it and put the pins in. And boy, I felt so much pressure. It was like it was gonna pop. It was like, I'm sorry, I gotta keep going a little bit more. And then once it finally got locked in, I'm like, oh my God. I was looking at my wife like, oh my God, it wasn't painful. It just kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I was just like, oh my God, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop again. Like something's gonna, you know, come loose, or something's gonna pop. So it got me at 90 degrees, and I got up and left. And I was like, wow, this feels very weird. It feels really tight back there. So what the doctor wants me to do, because I don't go back for another 6 weeks. So what he wants me to do, he said, I want you to stand up with the boot on, put pressure on your foot, put a little bit of pressure. And if you got a counter or a sofa or something like that, try to start using the ledge of the counter or the back of the sofa to scoot, to try to start walking a little bit, scoot around. He's just like, don't overdo it. Just try to do it a couple times a day. You know, just grab onto something and try to scoot down, like walk down, you know, the best you can. And he said, when you're in bed or on the couch, you can take the boot off and just move your foot up and down. Do a little bit by little bit, roll your ankle around, go side to side, do little things like that. And he was like, over time, within these 6 weeks, it'll get a little bit easier for you. And then when I go back in 6 weeks, then I think they're gonna put my boot on the range of motion. So that way the boot won't be fixed like this. It'll be able to, you know, have the regular motion of a walking foot. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah, I can walk now. But no, I tried to do it. I told my wife when we got home from the doctor's, I was like, oh, I can walk now. He said I can walk. I tried to do it. I put my foot on the ground, and I was like, uh-oh. It ain't nothing there. It just feels like it's getting tighter, and I couldn't put my full weight down, and I couldn't like push off and walk. I couldn't do it. I'm like, oh my God, this is harder than I thought it was gonna be. I got in the house and tried to grab onto something and walk the couch. I was like, I still barely can move. Like, I barely can move. It feels so weird. My Achilles feel tight. You know, I can't, it's like you're walking with a peg leg or something like that. It was just so difficult. So today when I got up, you know, I tried to do it again. It was a little bit easier, a little bit more loose, but still now there's a new limit. So first I can go back by right here and it'll feel real stretched out. So now after they put me at 90 degrees, now my range of motion is about to here. Now I can go back to here now without feeling real tight. So it is loosening up a little bit. And he also said that while I'm sleeping in bed, I don't have to wear my boot or anything. I'm like, thank God, like, 'cause that thing was hot. Or sometimes I'll just wear my other temporary splint that they gave me. I'll wear that at night, so I just won't, you be asleep and you might stretch or bend your foot back or get tangled in the covers. But he said I don't have to wear nothing in the bed, and I slept so much better last night. That's pretty much it for this one. I go back in another 6 weeks. So I'm gonna let y'all know next week, how it's been going at 90 degrees, how it's been going, trying to like slowly walk around the house and practice and stuff like that. And until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you hit the bell notification to be notified when I drop another video, because I got a lot of videos coming, because I got to get back right, man. I'm tired of being sitting here cooped up and all that, so I got to get back right. But until next time, guys, I'm out.